Welcome back to the gallery. What's it all about? Right for me. Freud suggested that perhaps it was all about seeking pleasure, that was our big driver. Adler, another of that era's deep thinking psychologists, thought it was about power. My own particular favourite in that domain, Viktor Frankl, suggested it was neither of these. What it was all about was a search for meaning. That was essentially where our humanity lay. And if it is all about a search for meaning, where do we find that meaning? And I would venture that a key element is finding connections, patterns. This is what separates us from lesser beasts, which live according to pre-programmed instincts. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Dogs are wonderful, but we're not dogs. So we look for patterns, and that's where art comes in, I guess. What's curious is that the last couple of songs I've been not dissecting, that would be far too a grand description of these little films. But the last couple of songs I've focused on, Jethro Tull's Wandering Aloud and Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell, well, you would imagine there was no connection at all. Nothing could be further apart than these two bands. And on the surface, of course, that's true. And deeper down, it's probably true too. And yet, our sort of deep drive to find connection, to give meaning where perhaps there is none, I had subconsciously, serendipitously chosen two songs where there are pivotal lyrics, it seems to me, that are not so far apart. Exhibit A, Wandering Aloud by Jethro Tull, a very, very beautiful song about, I suppose, a romantic moment and a sort of examination of what lies at the heart of relationships. And at a key moment in the song, he lies there thinking, musing, and it's only the giving that makes us who we are. Very interesting. And then we move on to Exhibit B, Black Sabbath, the proto-heavy metal band. Their song, Heaven and Hell. And it does seem, easily dismissed, Black Sabbath, all that sort of dark, gothic, demons and wizards imagery. But the song Heaven and Hell, which one would have imagined would be the standard bearer for all that is cliched in that world. And yet, the devil is never a maker. Well, no surprise there, he's singing about devils. And then the very next line, the less that you give, you're a taker. And there you have it. Jethro Tull and Black Sabbath, unexpected bedfellows, standard bearers for a life of altruism. That it's about giving to other people in the broadest possible sense. Who would have thought that you would find a connection between these two bands. In these two songs, the one a very gentle lullaby about love, and the other a sort of grandiose song about decision making, a quest for a meaningful life, and to make your own decisions and not have them made for you. And they both end up at a certain point giving hints at a similar conclusion. Interesting. And actually the song has Heaven and Hell, has a little nod towards the kind of songscape of Jethro Tull. Because right at the end of it, the sort of play out of the song musically features an acoustic guitar playing a very Elizabethan or Baroque style guitar part. And that is nothing if not reminiscent of Jethro Tull. And it does seem to me that I find my life is enriched when I find these unexpected connections between different artistic expressions. And it sort of cements thinking in your own mind. You find a connection and it gives meaning and helps you construct a meaningful world. And that is a wonderful thing. That is what art gives us. And I would like to suggest that that is a reason for a continued exploration in art, both as a creator and as a consumer. It is also why I would argue that switching off and becoming an unthinking consumer of art, of music, of literature, is a dreadful error, because what you will end up consuming, certainly in this day and age, is what someone wants you to consume for commercial reasons. And doing this in an unthinking way, I think, diminishes, perhaps that's the best word, your humanity. It is against the search for meaning that makes us humans. And in whatever circumstances we find ourselves in, I think that is really at the heart of being human. That is what we must do. Certainly that's an argument that I took away from Viktor Frankl's magnum opus, Man's Search for Meaning. It doesn't matter your circumstances, where you are. You must search for that meaning, and one way I believe, personally, that we can do that is by being thoughtful in our relationship to the arts in the widest sense. So that's it for this week. Trust you're well, your lives are filled with joy, and until the next time, it's ta-ra from the gallery.